So let's talk a little bit about Nicholas. This is me with Nicholas there was a place that we stayed our first 2 days in Nairobi, and he and some of the other graduates came to spend time with us. He just received his degree in spatial engineering from the University of Nairobi. A couple of stories on this. Many of you know I'm a Rotary member here in Naperville. About 2 years ago, a Rotary member who is in the northern suburbs of Chicago, he and his wife actually escaped the Soviet Union years ago and are engineers. He used to be a professor of engineering at the University of Illinois in Champaign. Well, he heard about Nicholas's story, and we connected them via Zoom, and he has become a real mentor for Nicholas. They done lots of Zoom calls. He actually had Nicholas working on a couple of projects with students at the University of Illinois, in addition to his regular studies that he was doing that. He is working on trying to see if we can get Nicholas into a master's program at the University of Illinois next year. So that's something we're working on, and we're hoping that we can actually make that happen. And I guess we'll call him the boy from the village if when he comes here. But one other story on Nicholas I want to share before we move on here. About a year ago, I was doing a Zoom call with him, and I kind of asked him what he was working on. And he was doing an internship where he was helping to build a GPS system to predict weather patterns for students for people in Kenya, predict weather patterns, which is really, really important because they need to be better farmers. Now, anybody who knows me knows I know nothing about engineering. I taught AP economics students at Bartlett High School, like Christian and Xander, who are the brains behind the operations today, who were all geniuses in engineering, but I don't know anything about engineering. So as he was explaining what he was doing, to be frank, I had no idea what he was talking about. It might as well have been Chinese. But what I was thinking while he was talking is this is what this is all about, guys. A few years ago, Nicholas was a young boy growing up in Dago, thinking he'd never go to high school. I mean, why would you think he's going to get to high school? Nobody else was. He got to go to high school. He performed really, really well. He got to go to the best university in Kenya, University of Nairobi, and now has a spatial engineering degree. That's what this is all about. So the good news is people like Nicholas, people like Christine Okoth, we are helping to make dreams come true. But I have to tell you, and I think about this every day, there are millions of children just in Kenya alone who we're not making this happen for. And that's why we do this. That's why we spend so much time trying to fundraise, because the more money we raise, the more students we can turn out, like Nicholas, Christine, and Nelson Mandela, who just became a plumber, things like that. We love all that.